Good morning students and welcome to your social studies class. Today we will revise the manufacturing industries geography chapter 6. Students, if I ask you what do you mean by manufacturing industries? What is the meaning of manufacturing industry? So you may say, sir, a place where raw material are brought and processed into final product or semi-product. Such type of place or unit is known as manufacturing units. So that is right. Students, since we wake up until we go to sleep at night, we come across various things, we use various things, we consume various things in our daily life. All of these and many of these are manufactured in some or other industries. So today we will be studying about various types of industries. Before that, let us see what is the importance of manufacturing industry. Importance of manufacturing industries. Okay students, now if you take the importance of manufacturing industries, the first and foremost comes that, see, we all know that agriculture is the backbone of Indian economy. Majority of the people in India work in agriculture sector. So in order to boost the Indian agriculture sector, in order to expand, in order to mechanize, in order to develop the Indian agriculture, we need industrial sector. Because there are various raw materials, inputs, technology which we require in our agriculture sector comes from the industrial sector. You take all the machineries like tractor, thresher, combiner, seed drills, okay, pump sets, pipes, okay, pesticides, insecticides, fertilizers, okay, all these manufactured in the industries. Again, at the same time, if the agriculture sector is developed, then what happens? There will be various raw materials which we obtain from this agriculture sector for the industrial sector, because there are many agro-based industries. Second point, second importance of manufacturing industry is that the dependency of people on agriculture sector will be reducing. We know that many people, most of the families, entire people depend on agriculture only in many places, directly or indirectly. So if industrial sectors are opened, if industries are opened, so what will happen? The people will shift from agriculture sector to industrial sector. Yes? Because when we mechanize our industrial agriculture sector, we do not require much labor force, much people to work in that. So the excess people, the remaining people can shift towards the industrial sector, which may act like a extra income. A source of extra income, it may generate extra income for the family. Okay, next. Whenever or wherever there is industrial sectors or manufacturing units are increasing, it adds to the growth and development of the nation and economy. The reason is that the people's income will increase, the per capita income of the country will increase, the purchasing power of the people will increase, and at the same time you can say national income of the country will be increasing. Because the more and more we will be exporting, and the more we export, the more we get foreign exchange, and which will be adding in the growth of our national income and the development of the country. So these are the few importance of manufacturing industries. Students, what are the ideal location to set up an industry? Suppose you want to set up an industry. Before that, you may be having certain factors, certain question in your mind, whether where I am going to set up industry, whether that place is applicable for that industry or not, suitable for that industry or not. Like, for example, you may see availability of raw material. Availability of raw material. Suppose you set up an industry in such a place where there is no availability of raw material, from thousands and thousands of kilometers if you will transport and bring, then it will cost a lot of transportation charges. delay. It may not, raw material may not sometime come on time. So we should see that the industry or the manufacturing unit which we are going to set up, the raw material which is used in that should be available within the locality, means up to 100 to 500 kilometers of radius. Then it is economical, but it is thousands and thousands of kilometers far away, then there will be lot of cost on transportation. Second one is raw material, then labor. Should see both skilled and unskilled labor should be available in that area. If it is nearby town and city, then we can find both skilled and unskilled, cheap labor where you can maximize their profit. Need not spend much money on the labor. Next one is capital, that is financial help. Now, when you are setting up industry, you need financial help. So you should know that your industry should be located near a town or city where you can have banking facility, from where you can obtain bank loan and all, and other activity transactions you can carry out from the bank. Next one is transportation. Yes, you should keep in mind while setting up an industry that there is a good network of roadways, railways. If is airways also, then add extra benefit to your industry. But roadways and railways, mostly roadways, if there is very good network, then it is a plus point. Next, water. Yes, most of the industries cannot run without water. They require water for certain processing. If you take paper industry, iron and steel industry, pulp industry, textile industry, so many chemical industries, all these requires water for various processing, jute industry. So there should be very good availability of water. Next one is power supply. In short, it is electricity without any disturbance. There should be continuous supply of electricity 24 hours, so that there should not be breakdown in the production. There will be continuity in the production, and which will add extra benefit to the output of the industry. So these are the few points which we need to keep in mind while setting up an industry, or ideal factor to set up an industry. So students, industries are classified into various groups. Okay, now first one, classification of industries. Classification of industries. In that we see the first one based on raw material. Based on raw material. If you see based on raw material, we have two type of industries. First one is agro and mineral. Second one is mineral based industry. Agro based industries are those industries which depend on agriculture for their raw material. Completely on agriculture sector for raw material. Example, sugar cane, cotton, jute, rubber, tea, coffee, silk. Okay, these all comes under agro-based industry. There are many forest-based industries. They also very depend on the natural thing, forest. Okay. Next, mineral-based industries. The industries which depend upon mineral for their production and all. Such type of industry known as mineral-based. Example, iron and steel, aluminium. Okay. These all are cement industry. These all comes under the mineral-based industries. Now, second one, after mineral-based industry, the second one comes is role, as per the role played by the industries. There we have consumer industry and basic key industry. Basic key industries are those industries which act like a base of other industry. For example, you take iron and steel. These comes under basic industry. Brick, basic industry. Because suppose you want to start any industry, you require iron and steel. Any basic industry, defense, medical, everywhere industry, iron and steel is the most basic key industries. Now consumer industry, the product, the industries which produce such a product which are directly consumed by the consumers, directly or indirectly. All those industries comes under consumer industry, like cosmetics, fan, tube light, these all the things, okay, comes under consumer industries. Next one, after comes role play, then we have based on the ownership. Sorry, based on input, capital input. Based on that, we have small scale or cottage industry. The industry whose investment is 1 rupee to 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Such industries are known as cottage industries or small scale industries. Here, few people, family people, or 1 or 2 people from outside you can hire and continue your business. Like small, like paper making, plate making, agarbatti making, matchbox making, okay, mat, okay, all these small industries mostly deals with the cottage industries. Okay. Second one is medium scale, where from 1 lakh to 1 crore. 1 lakh to 1 crore. Here mostly plastics, okay, electronic things, all will be coming into the medium scale. Next one is large scale, 1 crore minimum and maximum no limit. Maximum how much you want you can invest in that industry. Example, Tisco, Bajaj, Auto Limits, okay, you can say Birla, Tata, these all, Mahindra and Mahindra, these all comes under Reliance, RIL, Reliance India Limited, this all comes under large scale industries. There is no end how much you can put, but minimum 1 crore, maximum no limit. Okay. Now based on the ownership, if you see industries, we classify the industries based on the ownership. Now first, based on ownership, if you see, it is public sector. The industries which are maintained, run, owned and governed by the government, okay, it is known as public sector. The main motto objective of public sector is employment generation and welfare activity. Now these all are like BSNL, MTNL, BHEL, okay. These all comes under public sectors. Next, second one is private sector. Private sector industries. The industries which is run by individual or group of individuals together known as private sectors. Okay. Example, Reliance India Limited, Tata, Mahindra, Bajaj, Auto Limits. These all comes under private sector. Next, third one is joint sector. Where both public and private sector together work. Joint sector, where both public and private sector together they operate, known as like OIL, Oil India Limited. Okay. Next one is cooperatives. Cooperatives means it is run by the supplier or the manufacturer. Sometimes both manufacturer and supplier together they will be running comes under cooperative. Examples are sugar mills in Maharashtra, coir mills in Kerala. These are the examples of cooperatives. Okay, so these are the various classification of industries. Students, I hope so you have understood what are the various classification of industries. The next topic will continue in the next class tomorrow. By the time, take care. See you all.